Hey everyone, it's datasets, complement of the season, and welcome back to another tutorial session. We've been going through a Power Query series, and this video brings us to the final part. In the last video, we learned how to pivot data, and today we will be completing the series by learning how to unpivot your dataset, which is just as important when reshaping your data. For this tutorial, we'll be working with a staff information dataset. Let's assume you're given a dataset that looks like this with the data arranged this way. There's really not much you can do with it. Each department is spread across different columns and the staff names are listed under the department they belong to. What we want instead is a more organized structure where we have a single department column and a single staff name column so it flows properly with the rest of the information in the dataset. In this video, I'll show you how to reshape the dataset into this format using Power Query. I have also included the link to the dataset below so you can download and follow along as we go. When it comes to working with data, you never know what kind of dataset you run into. That's why I walk through different scenarios in my videos. Now let's get into today's tutorial. We'll start by selecting a cell in our dataset and move to the Data tab. We'll locate the Get and Transform Data and select the From Table or Range option. Our dataset is currently a range, not a table. I'll go ahead and select that. And it brings up the Create Table box, which has already detected the whole dataset because we selected a cell in the dataset. Don't forget to ensure that the My Table Has Headers box is checked. Then click OK. This immediately converts to table and opens the Power Query editor where our dataset is loaded into. You'll notice that where we have blank cells, it is represented as nulls. When you click on this line here, it tells us that we have 20% valid data and 80% empty cells. You really don't want your data set looking like this because it makes it difficult to draw insight from it. Unpivoting simply means turning columns into rows. In the last video, we did the opposite. We reshaped rows into columns, which is called pivoting. If you missed that video, you can watch it using the link below or head over to my channel to watch. Now, let's unpivot this data set. We'll start by selecting the columns that we want to transform to rows, that is, unpivot. Then, we'll go to the Transform tab. In the Any Column section, you will see the Unpivot Columns option. Click on the drop-down and you will see different options. Unpivot columns, unpivot other columns, and unpivot only selected columns. Since I have selected my columns, I'll go ahead and select the last option. This immediately creates two new columns called Attributes, which is the department, then Values, which is the staff names. I'll go ahead and rename accordingly. I'll go ahead and select both columns and move it to where the staff ID is. Now the dataset is looking more organized, where each row contains the full details of a staff without null values. I'll rename this to staff info, in parentheses clean. We can go ahead and load our data into our spreadsheet. Move to the Home tab and select Close and Load option. Please note that you can only use Close and Load option when you want to load it as a table directly to your sheet. If you are not sure what to do, use the Close and Load To option to select your preferred option. I'll select that and this immediately loads my data into my spreadsheet. You can right-click on this section to do any edits or other option. I'll go ahead and format the table. A big advantage of using Power Query is that it keeps your data connected. Whenever your source data is updated, your transform data updates automatically when you refresh. I'll quickly show this by adding a new staff ID. Let's say a new employee just joined the company. After entering the details, I'll head over to my cleaned dataset, right-click here and select the refresh option. You can see that we now have 101 data, and when I scroll down, I can see the new staff details. And this brings us to the end of the Reshaping series. I really hope you enjoy it as much as I did and picked up something new along the way. Thank you for staying with me to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. As always, I'll be seeing you in the next one.